rotation that they play allows their superstars to never get tired. There's nothing you can do if both teams aren't suffering from fatigue. You know what I'm saying? If one team is tired and the other team is not, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Everyone knows who's ever played basketball.
And
Fatigue makes cowards out of everybody. And it's not because you're choosing to be a coward. It's because your body's not cooperating anymore.
Right.
How many times have you been playing ball and you've been gassed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've come down and been like, fuck, I'm going to make a play. And you made like 2 dribbles to the left, 2 dribbles to the right. The guy, you couldn't get around him, so you settled for the worst jump shot ever that you knew was not going to go in. You just shot the shit anyway because it was all you had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, that was a terrible shot. Well, it was a terrible shot, but he was forced into it because he was exhausted and he was fucking and mentally he was just shot. You know, it's a hard thing to do, man. Like Durant couldn't have looked fresher when he shot that 3-pointer. You know, everyone when you add Durant, everybody gets better shots. Look, this whole series, how many uncontested threes have you seen all of them make?
Yeah.
Like, not even a hand in the face. I've seen a couple times where Steph Curry has, like, caught it, looked at it, dribbled it, and then shot it.
Right.
I'm like, yo, where is everybody? Like, and that does not happen if you're the number 1 option and there isn't a number 2 and number 3 option. Right.
And then Andre Iguodala or Draymond Green have gotten completely wide open looks when they're out there with those other guys.
Oh, yeah. They've been so open, they've been missing.
Right.
Welcome to Student of Life, the game show.
That was Jules. So this Uber driver that we're about to hear was a very big dude driving a very small car.
I don't have to listen to it, but and I know I'm in Nashville.
Oh, what?
So I know I'm in Nashville. Most of those people like country music, and I say I always get country, and I like country too.
I don't. Let's turn it off. Let's kill it.
So you live in Nashville?
Yeah, I live over here. How about yourself?
Yeah, I live in here for about 4 years.
Okay. Where from?
I'm originally from Haiti.
Oh, cool. It's probably gonna tell you get right.
Yeah.
This person's letting you. Well, that's cool. How long? So you just came from Haiti straight to Asheville?
No, to DC, and after I moved to Asheville.
Yeah. Asheville's better than DC, right?
Somehow, yeah. Like about prices.
Twice as good?
Prices, like expensive life to live in DC.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, DC's pretty cool. I just like Asheville a lot, though.
Too much traffic in DC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm from Miami. There's a lot of people from Haiti that
Oh
live
yeah,
there.
there's a lot. My mom still lives right
Oh, she does?
here.
Okay. Did she only move 4 years ago as well?
Yeah. And then she left Miami because it's the same weather. It's really hot.
Yeah, it is. Very
But it was so funny. I pick up a guy and this guy put the address and they say I'm gonna make they say I'm gonna make $1,200 at this ride. I said, really? And I checked the address. He's going to Florida.
Whoa.
And I said, do you know where you're going? But the address was almost matched the one in Florida, but he was going to Fairview Road, and then he put in Florida. I said, man, sorry about that. I've been drinking all day. I said, I can tell because we're going to Florida.
You should have just kept quiet and 10 hours later, you're like, all right, you're at your destination. Oh, this is not where you want to go? All right, let's take you back another $1,200. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well,
But after that, I hear some guys have other Uber driver talking about the experience. But they say it wasn't that bad in Nashville. You're not finding a lot of bad thing.
Yeah.
And then, but you meet people like who have problem and talk to you about their problem. Like, you meet a lot of people. I met a lady. She told me that she moved here and then with a guy, and this guy make her like addicted to drug, you know. So if someone tell you that, she don't like what she's doing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool. You meet people and then you talk to people. And you know more people.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes you find the same customer 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say, oh, I know you. I know where you're going. There's a guy his address is really, like the GPS can't find his address really good. But he have to call the Uber driver and tell him, man, I know the address not going to be like that. They how the GPS tell you, but that's how you get there. And I tell him, oh, I know where I'm going. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting another Uber driver that I've recorded for a second time.
Okay.
Hadn't happened yet, but I've recorded probably like about 4 or 5 drivers already.
Okay.
They've always been good. Yeah. Do you have a favorite movie line?
No.
0 favorite movie lines?
No.
You don't like movies?
I think it's a little bit lost time, but I can go to a movie, but with my wife.
How about do you like sports?
Yeah, like soccer.
Do you have
basketball?
Do you have a sports prediction?
Like what?
Anything? Like who's gonna win the World Cup or?
I always go for USA because my country is now we start getting better in soccer.
So you're predicting that the USA is gonna win the World Cup?
Yeah, one day.
I need a specific though. Like when? What? Within how many years?
They're getting better now.
Okay.
So day after day.
So what do you think? 2 years from now they're gonna win it? I mean, I guess World Cup's yeah.
Let's say 22.
22? 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
What you think about the NBA Finals this year?
Oh, that was everybody was expected. Like,
such good playing.
3-1 from last year. It was expected this 3-1 gonna be
so good.
So good, but
hey, it was good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
I wish we could talk longer.
All right.
Well, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Right?
I appreciate it. The following was recorded in line and then sitting down at a West Asheville burrito place called Lucky Otter that has now been closed. So this is in memory of Lucky Otter. The following segment. Rest in peace. R.I.P. in peace. Lucky Otter.
Not ridiculous, so I was like, man, I should have gotten chacos, but then now I like my Canes a lot more because they're great as like water shoes, and then they're great for work too.
Yeah, I don't necessarily I'm not necessarily in love with how they look on me, but I love the fact that they don't give me problems. They're not gonna, I'll be able to walk through the bar, and they seem to be like pretty decent for hiking. You know?
Yeah, the only thing is like rocks can get stuck in there.
I just decided to try these. The only thing I don't like about Keens is like if you get a pebble stuck in your, you gotta completely take them off.
Not necessarily. You can like manipulate your foot to roll it down, but yeah, it is.
And what size shoe do you wear, Jerry? 10. Mine are 10 half my chacos if you want them.
I wear a 9. You either have a 10 or 11. They're not coming half size.
And I guess I probably, I don't know, either a 10 or 11.
They're a 10. I would wear them as backups.
Okay.
Because like it was crazy. It was like when I was there, I couldn't decide between a 9 or a 10. I went with a 9, and like they're honestly like, they may be a perfect fit. They might be a little bit like, my toe like goes over the edge.
A little bit small.
Yeah. But if not, you can always put them up on wax. I'm gonna buy them shits for like $40 probably.
She's drunk.
Yeah, I can't. I'm already gone. Can't do things.
What y'all? Oh, you guys are getting like a salad. They do have salads here, right?
I kind of want chips and queso.
You want some queso? I don't know if I've ever had their queso. I'll have some queso if you guys want to split. I'll just get the queso if you guys will help me with it. So I'm gonna get a big old burrito too.
Late night snack too. If you don't eat it already.
What are you talking about not eating?
I'll get chips and queso. You'll help me.
Alright.
I'm gonna get the hot wire queso.
That's what grabs the silverware.
I don't know. Yeah, we should let him.
I'll be quick, man.
Alright, fine. We could charge them. Yeah, we charge them.
We had people coming in and asking us to use our bathroom at work, and I started being like $5. And like somebody actually was going to give me a couple dollars. I was like, never.
It's like that trick we used to do in college where you like stand out by the door because people like start showing you their ID and you're like, oh yeah, let me say it, and that's $5 color for charge. Yeah, you could totally get away with that too. Build my own burrito. On spinach. I'll get black beans, and then I'll get tofu, and I'll also get spinach and those mung sprouts. And I'll get some mild salsa in there, and that'll be it. Yeah. There's no sour cream or anything, right?
Rice and cheese.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Anything to drink?
I'll just have a water. I know. Crazed. Oh, can I also get a side of salsa too?
807. Do you want a copy of your receipt?
Nah. Thanks. And they're going to be with me, so I don't know if you want. Yeah. Thanks.
And the next segment was recorded outside of Asheville Yoga Center in Asheville. And it was a beautiful sunny day. We were waiting for our class to start.
I don't know. Well, just graduating tomorrow from Asheville Yoga Center, getting my teaching certification. Super excited because I know that I want to teach children's yoga for the rest of my life. I'm getting my master's in school counseling for elementary school kids starting this coming summer.
Okay.
So I want to add that into school programs in the future.
I like that.
Yeah.
Have you? So you're in this immersion program. You're graduating tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're about to go to your first class. Excuse me. Your first class with your professor that you're gonna actually just be a student in, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. These people that you met, that you live with during this program or whatnot, or just people in the program, do you any of them also want to do children's yoga?
Yeah, this girl that I met, Eliza, who stays with us, me and her, we connected on such a level that she feels like a kindred spirit. I don't know, like I feel like I've known her before, you know, like I met her and I felt like, I don't know, like we are rekindling a friendship, even though I've never met her before in my life, but we have so many similarities, and she wants to also teach children's yoga. So I guess she kind of became my older sister during this month, and we're going to stay friends. So that was really exciting because I've never had a sister, so that was really meaningful for me.
That is cool.
Yeah.
What's the funniest? Okay, so you know how yoga can sometimes be. It's not supposed to be serious, but it can be, you know, or just because people are so focused. So sometimes it feels out of place when there's humor, you know.
Yeah.
Is there anything that has happened during the class, like the program, that has been funny, that has been
super funny?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what happened today, actually. I was talking with Eliza, and she told me that she wanted to help me out with my restorative method practice for today's presentation with different groups. And I said, okay, so what are you thinking? And she said we should, do it in space. And I said, okay. So I have the participants in their astronauts pose. So they have a bolster, then 2 blocks and a bolster on top, laying down. And I transport them into space when they're in a meditative state. All right, so they're floating through space, and as they're laying there, look at the planets, feel your body breathing, you're taking it all in, seeing and experiencing space for the first time. Look at all the stars, they're beautiful. But there's one star in particular that keeps getting closer. It seems to be getting closer, and it's like twinkling just for you, right? And you're taking in the warmth, but realizing that it's not just warmth, but it's heat. You're starting to get hotter and hotter, and it doesn't look like a star anymore. It's actually a comet, and you can't get away from it. There's nowhere to go, and it keeps getting closer and closer. There's nowhere for you to go. And so they're just like laying there just with smiles on their faces. And
you were doing this to them.
Yeah. Okay. It was so funny. And at the very last second, I was like, but the comet just grazed your nose, and you just gently and safely floated back to your spaceship.
So you were gonna initially just do your space thing that you had already maybe had in your head or you've done before.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of it, all of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna fuck with these people.
Yeah.
So at what point do you remember the moment when you were like, you know what would be funny?
Yeah. The first part was like, well, in space, there's probably a lot of space trash around, so I'm going to add that in there. And then we got into a comet headed straight towards them. So, it was just really funny to watch them at such a meditative state, and then
you broke them out.
Feeling the sense of anxiety, and yeah, it was, it was hilarious.
Were you staring at each of them to see who's going to crack first?
Yeah.
So who was the one that cracked first?
It was so funny. My friend Emma, who I was working with today, she just had a smile on her face, and I think she knew that that it wasn't for real. So yeah,
that's pretty good. What time do you think it is?
I don't know.
Maybe it's on
but
here.
It's probably time for class.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, let's see. 6 minutes. Yeah. Augusta.
And to close out today's program, Jules.
Oh, okay.
I saw you're going to Manushka's year before reunion.
I changed my mind today.
Oh, you did? Because I just happened to see you comment on it today. I looked and I
didn't comment today. That was
I know you commented a while ago, but I'm saying I just happened to look at that page today and I saw your comment. Jules is going. Nice.
Yeah, see, I'm in. Yeah, because look, this is what was going to happen in my mind. It was going to be in Fisher Island at night with a bunch of adults, a bunch of alcohol, and we were going to get some shit popping. And then today when I read that shit was going to be at noon on the beach.
Right, and bring your kids.
I get the fuck out of here. I ain't even going to that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I know. That kind of... Why? Maybe it was just because I feel like Manushka had a good idea in the beginning, and then it just became so hard for... Everyone was giving her the runaround and changing the dates. That finally she was like, "Fuck it, we're just doing this here. You can bring everyone if you want, whatever. It's just easier."
That's exactly what she did. Yeah, fuck them kids, man. I wanted the night escapades when people start making bad decisions. Ain't nobody making no bad decisions at fucking 12 o'clock during the day. I'm out. Everyone's gonna be too concerned about making sure that their fucking kid doesn't drown. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm looking for somebody. I was hoping to get somebody to do something strange for a piece of change at around 1:30 in the morning.